Hey, my name is Djaouar, and today I'll be talking about a book I've read in class, Catcher in the Rye. Catcher in the Rye was written by J.D. Salinger in 1951. So this is a story about a 16 years old adolescent named Holden Caulfield. He just got kicked out of another school called Pensy Prep. He comes from a wealthy family with a lawyer father, a nagging mother, a brother who's a Hollywood writer, a brother who died, and an intelligent 7 years old sister. Holden doesn't like phonies, which is basically all type of people that annoys him. Which in his one of view, everyone's kind of funny in a way. So he left Pensy Prep hating most of the people there. He can't go home because he doesn't want to tell his parents that he got kicked out of the fourth school now. So he goes to New York. He then goes to New York where he stays at a hotel and meets more people which he describes as phonies. He takes a cab to various bars where he met more phonies. He meets an old girlfriend of his, Sally Hayes, but scare her with his plan of running away with her to live a perfect life. Finally, he goes home, but sneak into his sister's room to talk to her. They talk and she misses him. Unfortunately, he can't stay long because his parents just came back home. He then goes to visit an old teacher of his. The teacher makes him a bet and gives him advice on life. The old teacher then asks Holden what he wants to be growing up. Holden says he wants to watch children play in a field of rye and catch them if they fall off the edge of the field. Holden then goes to sleep, but when he wakes up he finds that the teacher is patting his head. Holden freaks out and makes up an excuse to leave the teacher. He thinks about running away, but he wants to see his sister one more time. They spend the day together, and as she's riding a carousel at a park, he decides not to run away. Character analysis. Holden is the main character in the book, and throughout the story we learn his opinion on people and how he feels about everyone that rejects him. Holden is a depressed adolescent who is trying to connect with someone, but Holden has a very high standard on how people should be and how they should act. So all the people he thought to reach for end up rejecting him, causing him to be more depressed. And throughout the book we can see those suicidal thoughts entering Holden's mind, caused by the lack of companionship and loneliness. Phoebe is Holden's younger sister. She brings him comfort because she's the only person he can relate to and have a good connection with. Throughout the book, we see Holden trying to conserve Phoebe's innocence because he doesn't want her to become more like him. The reason she's so important in the book is because Phoebe reminds Holden of his dead brother Ali that died of leukemia. So Holden was so depressed by the death of Ali, he became more attached and protective with Phoebe because he doesn't want to lose her too. Coats. I know he's dead. Don't you think I know that? I can still like him though, can I? Just because somebody's dead, you just don't stop liking them for God's sake. Especially if they were about 1,000 nicer than the people you know that are alive now. Page 222. Holden is still attached to Ali. Even after his death, he's still thinking about him. He can't find someone like Ali to create a friendship relationship with, leading us to assume that the reason he's always being rejected is because he's still thinking about the past, and he's trying to create a friendship relationship with someone exactly like Ali, so that he can relive all the good time he had with him. That's why he's so protective with Phoebe, and he thinks that it is his responsibility to preserve her innocence, because she's the only person that the relationship is the same with Ali. So by talking to Phoebe, it's like talking to Ali. Have just one more drink. I told him, please, I'm lonesome as hell. No kidding. 193. Even though Holden still get rejected, we can relate to his situation because when an adolescent get rejected and is depressed, the only solution that comes to our mind is drinking, eating a lot, or for some people they commit suicide. And we can also see that Holden starts being a grown-up man by revealing his emotion to Carl. I did some research, and Catcher in the Rye was banned in the USA because of its profanity and the sexual content it contains, which result in polarization and causing people to act on the content they've read. I personally think that the book shouldn't be censored, even though there's a lot of content that prove that the book should be censored. I think that the number one important lesson of this book is that it can relate to all teenagers that are in puberty crisis or depressed. So this book is a role model for teenagers because by reading this book and learning from Holden's mistake, the book gives you an example of what not to take to avoid a path of depression and solitude. So I think that this book need to be in any school curriculum because children can just relate to Holden, learn his mistake, and